What up, YouTube? Knowledge is self-determination. So, as many of you have probably already heard or figured out or know by now, Steve Stevens took his own life. So he is currently no longer a part of the mortal coil. He went out like a sucker, the sucker that he was, the sucker that he admitted that he was. He went out like a clown. He offed himself because he was too bitch made to face the consequences of his actions. And he wasn't man enough to go to jail and pay for the crimes that he had committed. I'm not saying that I'm not sad that the dude is gone. The only thing that I'm sad about is that nobody was able to lay hands on this motherfucker before he got to himself. That's what I'm at. That's what I'm upset about. Cause that threat of he's gonna kill some more people and this, that, and the third, man, come on, man. Come on. There's some people out here that believe that this dude actually killed 13 people. It's possible that he did, but do I believe it? No. I've been around dudes who've lied about their thug status before. I've been around dudes who've lied about murdering people before. So dudes lying about how much of a psychopathic killer they are. I've heard that shit before. And until it's actually confirmed, I'ma just call this faggot ass, eyebrow arch having ass motherfuckers bluff. Fuck him. I don't believe he did it. What is important is the brother that we know that whose life he took from him. Robert Godwin Sr., father of 14 grandchildren, I believe. I'm not sure if he was a great grandfather or not. My condolences to this elder's family, man. My condolences. 74 years strong, man. I hope I'm fortunate enough to make it that long. Seriously, I hope I'm fortunate enough to make it to live as long a life as this brother did, man. And he was still spry. He was out on his own, doing his thing, man. Out on his own in the community, doing his thing. Healthy, strong, you know what I'm saying? For a 74-year-old man, you know, man. And now this man isn't going to get to see his grandchildren anymore. They're not going to get to visit him anymore because of what this son of a bitch did, you know. And I'm going to sit here and say this shit, man. Black people, we have been castrated by religion. We've been castrated by religion. All this, I forgive him and all. Man, fuck that forgiveness shit. The same way those people were talking about they forgive Dylan Roof. Man, we have got to stop doing that shit as people. Forgiving people who do this shit to us. Fuck that shit. The meek is not inheriting anything. Anything. Stop forgiving people and make people pay the price for the shit they do to us. I don't give a fuck about how this motherfucker feel. I don't give a fuck about his mental state. I don't care how hard his life was. Man, everybody's life hard. You black in America. Your life is hard. You're a black man in America. You born with 2 strikes against you. Your life is no harder than any other black man who was born and raised in this motherfucking country. You was raised in Cleveland, a tough-ass city to grow up in. Ohio is a tough-ass state, period. There's a lot of shit going on in Ohio, in the Midwest, period. Yo, where you live at is no rougher than anybody else. You didn't have it no harder than any other black man on the planet, crying and complaining about people not listening to you. You actually went to college, what a lot of black men don't do or have the opportunity to do. You were an educated man who couldn't take accountability for his own actions and blamed everybody else for his own inequities. That's bullshit. And if you are a black man and you listening to this video, man, listen. If I'm going to tell you what they told me in military school. There's no such thing as an excuse. You either do or you don't. Plain and simple. There's no in between. As a man, take accountability for your actions. You don't want to be late for work? Get your ass up early enough to get to work. You don't want to be broke by the end of the day? Don't spend your money on dumb shit that you can't afford. Live beneath your means. Live below your means. You don't have to stunt and floss for all these other clown-ass motherfuckers. Like, man, I'm not even a fan of Will Smith. But I agree with the dude said. Black people spend money they don't have to buy shit they can't afford and don't need to impress people they don't like. Spot on. You put yourself in debt buying a car that you couldn't afford because you wanted to look cool in front of your homeboys. You're a sucker. And I'm glad your punk ass is gone. I'm glad you gone. It's just one less bitch-made nigga on the fucking planet Earth, man. Just one less. You have opened up the pool for real men to actually find a woman. Now that you're not in the game anymore, somebody else can take your space because you were holding up society. You are a detriment to society. And I'm glad your ass is gone. But again, peace to the Godwin family. Much love and respect to Robert Godwin Sr. Man, and here's the ironic part, man. Here's the ironic part. This is what I know. This is why I like talking to older people. I like talking to older black people because they never miss an opportunity to school a young person. They never miss up on the opportunity to school you. I learned this a long time ago. They never pass up an opportunity to kick some knowledge to you or help you if they can, man. They come from a different time than us. They come from a time when the black family actually means something that still existed in this country. That older brother, if you would have told him your problems, man, that older brother probably would have sat down and chopped it up with you and gave you some advice that you could not buy. Gave you some wisdom that you couldn't get from any psychiatrist or psychologist, man. The fact that the brother was opening up to stop and even engage you the way he did. I'm sad for this family, man. I'm sad for this family that they had to lose. Man, I'm sad for this family, man. Seriously, real talk, man. Real talk. I'm glad this bitch is dead, but I wish somebody would have caught him before he popped himself. I wish somebody would have caught him and just got the chance to beat the fuck out of him and then put that shit on Facebook Live. But anyway, so this clown is dead. You know, again, the Godwin family, my respects and my condolences go out to you guys. I hope going into the future that this tragedy doesn't take too much of a toll on your family, your children, your grandchildren. I seriously hope that you guys are not affected in the long term by this tragedy because something like this should never happen. It should have never happened. It should have never happened. You know what? In fact, I'm going to tell you something about this dude, man. Your mother should have swallowed you on some real shit. Your mama should have swallowed you, or you should have been a stain on the bed sheet. You should have never even been allowed to exist on this planet. Real talk, man. You're not a man, you weak. And that's what we seem to be pumping out nowadays. Scores and scores of weak-ass, unmasculine, metrosexual, eyebrow arching, skinny jean wearing ass pussies in our communities, man. That's what we seem to be pumping out nowadays. And I can't explain it, and I don't understand why. Actually, I do understand why, but this video isn't going to be predicated to explaining all of that. Man, again, much peace and respect and my condolences to the Godwin family because this piece of crap took the patriarch of your family away from you guys. And it's sad anytime something like that happens. But yeah, Steve Stevens is dead. You know, I just wish he could have got a chance to actually get some real justice at the hands of some angry brothers who was ready to beat the brakes off of this sucker. He called himself exactly what it was, a sucker. He even said it in the video. I ain't never did no sucker shit like this before. I ain't never been on no sucker shit like this before. I find that hard to believe. Because if you was that upset about a female not wanting to be with you, you've been a sucker for a long time, dog. Real talk. You probably just didn't realize it yet. But anyway, man, I'm in this video. Like I said, I know most of you guys already know about this, but I had to chime in on this topic, man. If there is a hell, it's too good for you.